My name is Ethan Roy, and I talk a lot. And this is my co-host who talks almost as much, if not more, Marina Towner.
Hi.
How are you, Marina?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm swell.
Are you swell? I missed this last week.
I know. Yes, so I apologize for last week. I had some family issues happening last Monday, which isn't when we usually record. We've been very busy, but there's been a lot of stuff happening in my own personal life. So I had to take care of that. But
We're back.
Back better than ever.
I was just going to say that.
Better than ever.
We're back and better than ever.
I know. It's always so fun to do this.
Yeah.
Truly. I know we have busy lives. We have to balance a lot, but I think this is something that I really enjoy, and I love having you on.
Thank you. Our busy
Of
lives
course.
give us something to talk about.
I know. That's true.
Yeah.
And I've been rehearsing for a show that's
Yes, you
happening
have.
this Wednesday for the first night. Much Ado About Nothing, Shakespeare play.
I'm seeing it Friday.
Ooh, ooh. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot. I'm trying not to get sick, but we're making it.
Sometimes Tech Week will do that to you.
Tech Week makes you very
It's
sick.
just you
and-
overwork yourself. It's a long week and
Yeah.
it sucks.
Yeah. But after this long week, we get to be here.
It's over.
It's over.
And you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess right now we have a very special friend on our podcast today. He's someone that we've known for a bit. I think we're always going to learn more about him just because, I don't know, there's a lot of fun happenings just in the world of this guest.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
I can't wait to hear about him.
Yeah, and I guess with that being said, Trevor, welcome. And wait a minute.
Thank you for having me.
Hi, Trevor. How are you?
Pretty good.
Yeah. And how do you feel? I know you were just sitting there while we did the intro. But it's good to have you on. We've kind of had you in the books for a while to come on. But we're glad you're finally here.
Glad to be here.
How's everything going?
Pretty good. My
Yeah.
schedule's a little bit packed, just like yours, obviously, but
Yeah.
it's going good.
Good. And you're an RA in one of our residence halls. We're like in the trifecta of residence halls all the way up the hill
true.
on our campus. So it's always good to we have Marina and I got across from each other, and then Trevor's right there in the middle.
Yeah.
But how's your year going? I know it's packed.
Vance Hall is definitely a interesting
Yeah.
the same.
dynamic.
I would say the
It's a
same
lot of
about
fun.
mine. Yeah.
It's chaotic, but it's a lot of fun.
We
Yeah.
stay busy.
Oh,
we
yeah.
stay busy up the hill.
We grind.
We
the
do.
grind it never stops.
It never stops.
It never stops. And Trevor, you well, first I'll say this. I play soccer. I love soccer. Trevor also plays soccer. And so he made an intramural team that I was able to go to one game for. Because of rehearsals, it's always the same time, so I'm never able to go, but I was able to go for one game.
Woohoo!
How long have you been playing soccer? Do you
Oh, man. I started when I was 4
Yeah.
and played all the way till now. I mean, I'm 23, so just my entire life.
Nice.
Yeah.
And did you play in high school?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Where'd you go to high school?
Summers, Connecticut.
Nice. Oh, that's awesome. What's your address?
All right.
And I'm just gonna need your social security number along with that.
What are those 3 wacky digits in the back of your car? But that's amazing. And I know I think soccer is a wonderful sport, and I know do you like it because your boyfriend Kyle's into it?
That's why I started watching it. Listen, okay. Actually, there's more than that. It goes deeper. Okay. My mom played soccer in high school. She was like soccer star of Danbury High. Okay. She loved it. And then when she was pregnant with me, she tore her ACL.
Ooh.
Career-ending injury. She played D3 in college. I mean, she didn't go huge with it, but like
Yep.
she liked it a lot and she was good at it. And she was like, I can't play anymore. So then when I was 7, she was like, you have to start playing soccer. And I tried like every sport under the sun for like 1 season. I was not an athletic child. That's when I found music. But my parents did try to get me into the sports.
Yeah.
And my mom said if I had stuck with soccer, I would have been really good. She's like,
Yeah.
you could see a lot of potential from me as a young child.
Yeah.
I was way more in shape when I was 7, guys. It was just like came to me with ease, and I was apparently really good at it.
Yeah, because you're like a ball of fucking
Light
energy.
air. Yeah, you have so much energy and you're so light, and
Bouncing
it's
off the
just
walls.
easy. So I kind of wish I had stuck with it because I didn't care about it for like years and years. My mom didn't really watch it. She was a player more than, a fan.
Yeah.
And then I started dating Kyle, and he was a women's national team fan. And I was like,
Oh, yeah.
that's such a green flag. Go women. like, yay. And then I was like, he would have me over to like watch the games, and I like didn't really care. And then I started asking questions and learning the rules, and now I'm like, I could coach. I'm like, I know everything. I love this game.
Let's start at the little league level just to make
Hey.
sure that it's okay.
I need to practice. But I'm just saying, I learned a lot about it, and now I like really like it.
Yeah.
And so now I think even if he didn't watch with me, I watch the games on my own.
Yeah,
Like,
well-
I just like it now.
One of the last episodes, like I think the episode was just you and I.
Yeah.
We talked about what your career goals are, and I think coach could be on one of the
think?
lists. I think it's one of those things
US
where
women's national team
you
coach.
can be I don't know the security officer in a
Oh, yeah,
federal
yeah.
prison.
Of course, yeah.
Or whatever you said. I don't even
FCO, a
remember.
correctional officer.
Yeah, that was it. But on the side, you can also coach maybe a high school varsity team.
Maybe I will.
Or
it would be fun.
semi-pro
There you go.
if she's good.
If I'm good.
Yeah, and Trevor, you play soccer,
Mm.
but do you find yourself to be any musical talent?
No.
No? Okay.
heck?
Not at all.
Hey, well, I mean, because I think there's always like this little like, I mean, this is no reality shifting statement, but you always talk about like we always say, oh, there's an athlete and there's musicians. Ooh, you got to choose one.
Ethan's just the Troy Bolton of the world.
But as Troy Bolton claimed in High School Musical, why not be both?
Right. Why
And-
not do both? You do both.
I do both.
I do not do both.
And as an athlete, you have to make sure you're hydrated, and you also have to make sure that you have a lot of electrolytes in your system. You know what I mean? So, my favorite sport drink is Gatorade. By the way, this is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. This is just Trevor's favorite drink, and we're gonna pour it.
This is true.
so.
Wait, while he's pouring, I have a question.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite blue Gatorade? Is it Cool Blue or Icy? What's the other? Glacier Freeze.
this is
There's like
Cool Blue.
4 blue ones. I
So-
just picked a blue one.
Dark blue is my favorite.
That one?
Yep.
Oh,
And
nailed
then
it.
the light blue is best for sports.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's my
Is that
opinion.
zero? Gatorade zero?
No, it's just a different flavor. I don't
Okay.
know what it's called.
Do you know the blue zero one? There's a blue. Is it zero? It's not Gatorade zero. It's Gatorade something else.
I don't know. I
a
just go
name
by
on
I
it.
go by the color. I say grab me a blue one.
I think that
Grab
those
me a
ones,
blue?
Yep.
I think that
Yeah.
those ones have like aspartame instead of like regular sugar in them.
Sure.
So they're like healthier, but not really. They're just like supposed to be marketed healthier.
Let's open this one. Ooh.
Crisp crack.
Oh, crisp.
Crack.
Very crispy.
Why, Trevor, is this like Gatorade or blue one? Like, why is this your favorite? Why do you like this drink?
I don't know. It's been like just the go-to. Like I've been playing soccer my entire life, or any
It's a
sport
great
my
soccer
entire
drink.
life. Yeah, like
It's just a great
Yeah.
soccer
it's just
drink.
what most things are sponsored by, stuff like that. You see the commercials too. It's all the best athletes in the world.
So there you go, guys.
Yeah.
Sponsorships work.
Gatorade, we are very poor.
People
Please
will be classically
sponsor us.
conditioned to. People are classically conditioned to enjoy your drink. I love Blue Gatorade. A lot of times people have drinks that I don't like, so I'm really thrilled to have a guest who has a drink that I personally enjoy.
Yeah.
Last week it was coffee, or 2 weeks ago, or something like that. And I was,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh.
And you're like, no.
Please, no.
This is for you, Trevor.
I appreciate it.
So,
We have to
you know,
clink.
we're gonna,
We have to clink.
I think we should toast to athletes. Toast it.
Toast to that.
Toast to athletes.
Crisp.
Oh, that's
Have you
so
guys-
cold and delicious.
Have you guys ever watched Fantastic Mr. Fox?
I don't think I have.
Fantastic Mr. Fox is one of my favorite movies. It's a really good movie. It's by Wes Anderson, very popular director. He has a very specific style, and he is about like this. It's based off of one of I think it's Ronald Dahl's storybooks, Fantastic Mr. Fox, and it follows this
I'm familiar
like
with his
fox.
work.
Yeah, he's a very charismatic fox, and his son in the movie, he's actually not really good at sports, but he's always like,
Me for real.
Mom, Dad, I'm an athlete. Like
Not
he's
me
trying to
for real.
prove himself the entire time. And I think every time it's like someone clearly states that they're an athlete and gives no other context, it's like, that guy's an athlete.
That guy's an athlete.
I'm just an athlete.
So funny.
but
This
yeah,
is delicious.
I love Gatorade.
This is so good. It's so cold. I think that's like helping. It just is. It's crisp.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
it
really
just changes
good.
the flavor when it's just like
Oh.
actually cold.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
It's been sitting in your backpack all day after a soccer game. I don't know. It just doesn't hit the same.
For me,
Oh, it's delicious.
I've always loved, I used to play at Stanley Quarter Park, which is a park right near where I live, like my house and where Central is, where our university is. And it's this park and it has like this grass soccer field. And I would go with my friend for years, like every day from like 5 till it turns night
Really?
to play pickup soccer. And it was great. That's where I learned a lot of stuff. And I would always, oh my God, like, you know how they always like the hose? You know, you drink from the hose and it's like, oh, that's the best type of water.
Oh, yeah.
For me, the second best type of water is the almost cold, not really cold water bottle that you refilled with New Britain tap water. And it's just in your backpack and you drink it and it's fucking delicious.
Specifically
Yep.
New Britain tap
like-
water. Yeah.
I completely agree.
I get it. Wow. These are some sound effects. Wow. I'm
Poland
impressed.
Spring. No, I'm just kidding. It's not Poland Spring. It's a recycled Poland Spring bottle.
Full of New Britain tap water.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
I feel like if it's too cold, I don't really want it.
See,
Kind
too cold.
of get like that brain freeze
Yeah.
feeling.
Too cold
but,
hurts
like,
my
I
teeth.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it makes your teeth
Do you have sensitive teeth?
Yep.
My teeth hurt.
I do.
Yeah?
I also do.
It
makes my life hell.
Yeah.
I hate having fucking sensitive.
Have you ever experienced a brain freeze?
Absolutely.
Of course.
Where does it happen? In the head?
The back of my head specifically.
Interesting. What about you?
Have you never had a brain freeze?
I always say that I have a brain freeze, but it happens like shoulders.
Okay, so that's not your brain.
And
That's
I
your
like
shoulder freeze.
I have to do this to like get rid of it.
That's interesting.
But if
It's
that's not
actually-
a brain freeze, if that's not a brain freeze, I don't know what is.
Ethan's having a
That's just
serious
his muscles
medical trauma.
constricting.
I actually have a stroke every single time. I
Ethan's
have
having a spinal cord freeze.
I just become paralyzed. Yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, it does make the back of your head
Yep.
cold.
Yeah.
It's either
Yeah.
that or the temples usually.
Somewhere that gives you almost like a migraine, like it almost makes it hurt. It's
I
not,
guess
it's
I've
not
never
quite
had
behind
it.
your eye, but it does get in like the
Yeah.
sides of your head.
Yeah.
The parts that hurt. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess all of it would hurt, but like those feel like they're like extra sensitive parts of your brain and they make it hurt.
Yeah. I guess I know it's just every time I've had ice cream and it would always like when I was younger especially like it would make that specific part of my body hurt.
Actually has a serious medical condition. I'm concerned.
And this is the first honestly I think
We gotta buy
this
Mike
is
shakes just to figure this out.
this is the first time I've ever said this out loud. It's always been something
Ethan's
I've
getting
noticed about
vulnerable
myself.
on the podcast.
Guys.
He's getting-
I'm getting real.
Speaking my truth.
Speaking my truth. And
I've been having a stroke every time I eat something cold since the age of
every
6.
single time I have a scoop of ice cream, I collapse on the floor and have a completely visceral and utter sense of bodily disorder.
No.
And I'm fine. But am I really fine? No. Also, by the way, I am feeling a little bit under the weather. So if you hear me or
It's one of those four
into
things.
it's like yeah if one of those four things
my
happen
God.
that just ignore it
Okay,
try to
cool.
like tune your voice out of it yeah
You made a noise and it made me think of something, and I'm gonna change the topic now. You went Tua, and
Oh
you
my
guys know the
God,
Hawk
yeah.
Tua girl. You know
Yeah.
the Hawk, she made a podcast.
Dude, her
called
podcast is
yes
funny.
Talk
the
Tua.
talk to see I was gonna say anyone can make a podcast these days but look at us we're right here making a
Right here.
podcast this is us we're making
Anyone
a podcast
can make a podcast these days.
oh Christ I'm so sorry I'm
got an
sorry.
email.
I just have emails.
Outlook, yeah.
Oh my God, this is
We're all right,
ridiculous.
guys.
Yeah.
We get spammed with
What is
emails.
this?
We do.
The university invites you to something? No! I don't
God,
want
please
that.
no.
Oh God, no, please no. But anyway, Trevor, you play soccer. What else do you like? Just anything, really. I feel like I've always been someone, I relatively, like, I feel like I met you relatively recently.
This is true. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know all that
I
much
feel
about
like
you.
I've known you for years.
Interesting.
Yeah?
Interesting.
No, I also met him relatively recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you play soccer, but what else do? You can't just be more than an athlete. Gatorade.
So to give like a recap of me, like I do like most sports. I played track in high school.
Okay.
I played lacrosse, played indoor soccer, indoor lacrosse, the whole 9 yards. Currently I'm a civil engineering major here at school.
I was just gonna ask.
Yep.
I think I knew that.
What do you want to do with civil engineering?
I want to do bridge design specifically.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Interesting. Have you noticed?
You like bridges?
Yeah, do you like bridges?
You like bridges?
I like design work.
like designing
Anything very
bridges?
complicated. That's
Oh, that's
what I
cool.
want to go into.
What's your
Yeah.
favorite bridge?
Yeah,
I don't know, Golden Gate.
Oh,
Golden
okay.
Gate Bridge.
Interesting choice.
unoriginal.
I was gonna say the Tower Bridge in London.
All right, Shanghai Bridge then.
Okay, fair enough.
That's more like it.
more like
And okay, bridge design. Well, what got you into bridge design? When did the idea pop into your head? Like, I want to do bridges.
I want to do bridges.
Specifically, like in my major, civils can go into many different things. That field is very vast, but structural engineering specifically is what I like to do. What I
Yep.
like to design. It's currently what I do in my internship.
Yep.
And road design is fun and stuff like that, but that's traffic engineering.
Yep.
That's all paperwork.
Yeah.
I would not want to do that. I've done pieces of it. I just don't want to do it. The structural is the design work. It's like, that's the fun stuff. That's the hard stuff. That's the year-long projects when it's finished. Like, you're like, oh my God, I built that. That's what I like about it.
Does that
Yeah.
stress you out at all?
Not
like
at all.
if your bridge, like Trevor's bridge is falling
Down,
down. Like does
falling
that
down.
people's lives would be in your hands? Does that not stress you
and
out?
that's what I like about it.
Oh,
where
the
it's-
risk factor.
So
Well,
you
it's-
like the control of being able to take someone's life away?
no.
No.
It's more of, like I said, it's I built this amazing structure
Yeah.
that people are using every single day. Like,
So
that's
do you think
Yeah.
that the people who built the London Bridge were amazed by it until it fell down?
Okay. Actually, well, fun fact
I'm
about
being
that.
a negative Nancy, okay?
Well, okay. I'm going to be an even negativer Nancy.
give it to me.
The London Bridge, like that whole song was not about the bridge falling down. You know, each member of the royal family is named after a bridge, and when they die, it's when the London Bridge is falling down, it was when the queen or king died.
Dude, I went to London. They didn't even tell me that.
That's actually true.
I just know that the
I've heard
London
about that.
Bridge is ugly and the Tower Bridge is the nice bridge, and everybody
Yeah.
thinks that the Tower Bridge is the London Bridge, but it's actually not.
What? No,
Yep.
Tower Bridge. Yeah, what?
People are like, "Oh, look, that's
Do you even know your
that's
bridges?
The pretty, do you even know your bridges?" They're like, "Oh, that's the pretty bridge. That's the London Bridge," but it's not. It's the Tower Bridge. The London Bridge is literally a very boring
yeah.
bridge.
Yeah. And so okay,
average
we have the
This bridge talk is really going.
yeah,
it's really
but yeah,
going. We're on a roll here.
Well, honestly, I was gonna say when you mentioned London Bridge that it's actually not about an actual bridge; it's about a person. Like, that's when they're, what? Roll. Was it pocket full of posies, ashes?
Yeah.
That's about the Black Plague.
yeah, that I knew.
Yeah. So like
one
that
I
whole
did
thing.
know.
Yeah, yeah.
That one I did.
Humpty Dumpty. I don't
Who
even
knows?
know.
Who
Who
knows?
knows?
It's an open
I don't
book
know. Maybe
there.
it's about this guy who, I don't know, was made of an egg. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that
That's a
sounds
good
reasonable.
question.
No, I was gonna say I don't remember if it was the London Bridge or the Tower Bridge, but I think it was the London Bridge, and it used to have a bunch of shops like all down it, and people would they lived on it. Like this bridge was like huge, and it was like people had things lining it,
Yeah.
and one of them caught on fire, and the whole freaking street burned down and killed a lot. This was in the 1800s or the 1700s. I actually don't remember.
Yeah, I have no idea.
But it was a long time ago. They told
Yeah.
me this when I was in London. This was on one of the tours. And
Oh,
they were like, the whole freaking thing caught on fire and the whole London Bridge was in flames and everybody
Why did
died.
he go back to being American?
I don't know.
The whole thing
The whole
caught on fire.
the whole
It's
thing
like,
caught
are
on
you supposed to
fire
be
and
like?
it's dying.
Yeah, it's like, what kind of tour guide are you?
Okay, listen. I just thought it was an interesting fact. Okay, I just wanted to share my story with you. Even though I have none of the facts of the story, I don't remember which bridge and I don't remember what decade, but it was really cool.
Yeah.
We respected the story.
Thank you.
Yeah. If
I hope you appreciated my tale.
if you married someone with a last name Bridge or Bridges, would you ever consider giving up your last name?
No.
No. Okay.
That's the most
I was just
random
wondering
question.
See, I thought to myself, well, how can I bring a little bit more spunk to the podcast? And it's just by asking questions without reason or rhyme.
Trevor Bridge.
Trevor
a
Bridges.
cool name.
Trevor Bridges. Like Phoebe. Well, not Phoebe, Bridgers.
I mean, it's close.
Phoebe Bridges.
Who else sounds like that? Trevor Bridge. That doesn't sound like anything. It's unique.
And then your
I like
middle.
that.
You know what? You could totally go the route where you can name your son like their last name Bridges. I mean, it doesn't have to. And then their middle name could be Builds.
Oh my God.
Trevor Jr. builds bridges.
No, then it would be Trevor Builds Bridges Jr.
That's worse.
Because that's
There
not
we
how it
go.
works. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Just might as well stick with something like, I don't know, Vincent.
Good
Sorry.
friend of ours.
Throwback
that was
to last
that was
episode.
throwback to last episode. I'm looking at
Throwback.
the camera very menacingly so that Vince knows that we're looking at him.
We're looking at you, Vince.
Hey,
Looking at you.
I know you're watching.
He's gonna cry and turn this off.
I know.
He's gonna be like,
He's gonna text me and be like, where are you?
in
Right
your
behind
room. Yeah, in your closet.
Meet me at the CCSU bridge. Yeah, actually, speaking of bridges, though, this is a weird rant to be going on, like a tangent. Were you around when the CCSU bridge was not there? You know the bridge that's right, like connecting the parking garage to
I worked on the actual plans for that. Yeah.
What?
It only
Yeah.
got
You
built, like,
worked on the
it got
plans
built
for
like
that.
3 years ago. That's like a pretty new bridge.
Yeah, but like, were you a freshman?
I was a sophomore at the time. Yeah.
Oh, okay. How did you end up working on the bridge?
My internship specifically, like I work at
my.
like my internship over in Bristol, and we had a contract that was to build that. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I remember. So I
That's so cool.
I lived in New Britain all my life. And like when things change, it's like a whoa, what's going on here? And like that was the same thing with one of our largest residence halls, mid campus was being built. I was like, whoa, what's going on?
This new mass is in my hometown.
Yeah, like
we
when
also
they
built
made
mid-campus
this
too.
parking garage and
Yeah.
this bridge, I
Bro
was like
built
bewildered.
mid-campus. Bro built mid-campus.
Yeah, my company's the one who
You
built
can't have-
You built mid campus?
Yeah.
You couldn't have
And
been there
James,
though.
too. No,
was
no,
like,
not
I was
for
gonna say,
that.
that was like
Not
10
for
years
that,
ago.
Oh,
yeah.
you're
couldn't
saying
have
like,
built mid.
do they just hire the same company to do all this stuff?
So what happens with construction projects around campuses and stuff like that, they will do like a bidding war pretty much.
Yeah.
They'll put out a price for, hey, we want a building this size,
Yeah.
and companies bid on them.
Yeah.
If you are the lowest bidder, usually if you're the lowest bidder, they will take that company.
Like it'll cost them the least.
Yes.
So your company's just cheap as hell.
or they have a very good reputation,
Right.
And they can build it for less cost, cheaper. They have they'll take less time because they are a larger company, stuff
Yeah.
like that. So this company that I worked for, it's like they're pretty big. So yeah, we
a lot
everything
of
on
the stuff on
everything
campus.
on this campus, they will pick us because one, we're usually the cheapest, and do it the fastest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And or they like our product, they like our work, so they'll keep coming back
Listen,
to
I gotta
us.
say, knock on wood, but the buildings on this campus seem to be pretty okay. They
Yeah.
seem to be pretty okay. Haven't had too many issues.
Like I know
personally.
for a fact, the reconstruction of Copernicus, like the
Yes.
garage, that is going to be us.
Please,
Yeah,
please.
I know.
When are they
This
I know.
garage is like, I mean,
It's like
Ev-
falling
ev-
down.
everyone
Yeah.
listening, everyone
Copernicus
involved
garage
in
is
this.
falling down.
Down, falling down, finally. I'm telling you, this garage, I'm not sure if you've ever been in a garage like this, anyone, but like, have you ever been in a parking garage that is like a labyrinth?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, I need to find like a specific route. Like I'm gonna be one of those guys that's like guiding you through the underworld to
Yeah.
get you through this.
You wanna know
Because why?
So it's a normal parking garage has one direction. This parking garage has two different entrances, and it's a literally double loop. That's why it's so confusing.
It's
so
so confusing.
stupid.
I
Yep.
did know it was both directions
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
And not one direction.
And it's also
Baby, you-
the other reason is
Uh-huh.
so it's an innovative design. I'll give them that, but it was also designed by the civil engineers back in, I think it was 95.
I was gonna guess 60s.
Interesting.
based
It was
on the
a
quality of that
so I
garage.
don't know if you guys have senior projects in your majors, but for mine we have a capstone senior project, right? That was the class of 95 or 96, something like that. They
Yep.
built the entire Copernicus garage
As their senior project.
as their senior project. So I
So
like
Trash
what's
senior
your
project.
senior project, Trevor?
we're doing a timber bridge for Stanley Golf Course.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Okay.
I was ready for you to say, I'm building a parking garage.
Yeah, no. I only have 3 members in my group, and we're just no.
Not enough
We're just doing it-
manpower.
Yeah, that's
To
cool.
build
That's
a
cool.
whole garage.
If you could build, I mean, I know bridges, but like if you can build, like if you had an outstanding achievement of anything you could build, real or fictitious, what would you build?
Oh man, probably a skyscraper.
Skyscraper?
That's
That's cool.
Would it be like were you trying to make it the tallest or something?
No.
No.
That
Can I ask?
takes like years of experience and stuff.
This might sound uneducated of me,
Mm-hmm.
but what's the difference between the architect and the engineer?
Oh god, that's
Does-
a great question.
Does the architect just design the look of it and the
So-
engineer make sure it will stand up?
That's a great definition. That's almost exactly it.
We solved it.
I answered my own
Hold
question.
on. Hold on.
Yeah,
Shits.
yeah. That's almost exactly it.
Okay, really? I didn't know that. I actually.
Architects get into basically the look of the building,
Right.
Yeah.
and like not mainly like the structure of the building, but they will design basic structure of the building.
Like it'll stand.
Yeah.
They're not gonna build.
They-
a building
but
that
they
will
don't
fall
do
over.
like the forces. They don't do the actual like load capacities of the building. That's the engineer's job.
Got
Yeah.
it.
So then they will send us a sketch of, hey, I want it to look like this. Will this work?
Right.
And that's our job now.
Is to be like with the So who picks the materials that it's made out of?
Materials, that could be, that's through the cost estimate, which is usually done by the engineer,
Okay.
but it's more hand in hand.
Okay.
You know, like
Yeah.
if I was to, build the building, the architect says I want it to be concrete and wood.
Interested.
I'll be like, okay, cool. That works.
We
I'll
can-
build it out of
that'll-
concrete and wood.
Okay. Cool.
But if I say, oh, that's not going to work, can we do composite over here? And he'll say yes or no.
Okay. Cool.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, we work together with them, but like, there are some designs where I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
you know?
Like this building will fall over.
Yeah.
You can't have this.
Yeah.
I was
Now-
thinking of Ted Mosby from How I Met Your Mother. He's an architect
Oh,
in New
yeah.
York City, and
Yeah.
you said you want to build a
Yep.
skyscraper, and at the whole show, he's like designing this one. He winds up getting this one big project,
Exactly.
and he designs a big building, and I was like, he wasn't an engineer. I was like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Hold on a second. Sorry, I got on a
Yeah,
side
they
tangent.
they cannot design. They can design, but they cannot build.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
But then
Interesting.
construction people build.
Construction management.
The engineers aren't actually involved in the hands-on part, are they?
So not exactly. So it goes through 3 phases.
This is a multi-step process.
Yeah, it's design phase and theoretical phase, where we design it and literally go, will this work?
Right.
Like on paper, will this work?
Yeah.
Then it shifts over to construction. Once it gets okayed through many months of processes and
Which is
and-
why
and
this shit
checks.
takes so long.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then once it does get approved, okay, now it's construction, field work, stuff like that.
And your job's done.
Not exactly. As the engineer, I hand it over to the project manager or the construction management, and they are the one building the project, but I have to be checking, making
Right.
sure that they are building whatever, this to spec, so on and so forth.
you're
Like,
so
so they're
involved.
building the right,
The correct
thing.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
And that's why we get into fights all the time,
I was
because
gonna
they
say,
never built it to spec.
imagine a construction manager just like completely went off the rails and built a whole.
They do
different
all the time.
building. Oh, lovely.
all the time. Almost. I if I had to throw it at a percentage, I'm only in the field I've only been working for 2 years in the field. 90%.
Interesting.
Easy.
Like they go really off script, or they
No,
just
no, no.
don't follow a little bit.
little things,
Imagine you built a building that was a square, and they decided to build a triangle, and you were just like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
is
no,
this?
that would get torn down.
Yeah, you're like,
There's,
what?
crazy.
there's regulations for a reason.
Yeah, I just don't even understand like what's the purpose of like, unless you have like a vendetta against the specific engineer. Just like, you know what?
I'm gonna not build your
I
building.
see this, but I'm just not gonna do that.
Yeah,
It's like, what?
No.
That would be hilarious.
Honestly, when I was a kid, oh my god, for years I was like, I want to build a fucking treehouse. I want to build a treehouse. And I'm like, it never happened. But I made like plans for it in the form of what?
A colored
Pencil drawing. Like,
feel like we all did as
Here
a
are the
kid.
schematic, and it's just like a bunch of just squares being like in a tree. But I always used to have like this wild imagination. I mean, I feel like all kids did, of course.
Yeah.
I was different because I had an imagination as a child.
To be fair, I do think that has to do with our personalities. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't have to do anything with extroversion or introversion, but we're like theater people. We're like annoying. Of course, we were like creative and like we were just
Yeah.
thinking up the most random wacko shit. Like,
Yeah.
that's just part of who we are.
I'm surprised I didn't do theater sooner, to be honest, because
You've always been this way.
I've always been this way.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I've always wanted to build a treehouse, and it's been one of my goals to build and I've given up on it for a little bit. You know what I mean? It's been hard.
Maybe wait till you own a house and then that'll be your first
Gotta
project.
build it for your kids.
Yeah. I almost went to carpentry.
Oh no shit.
I could see you
Yeah.
doing that.
I don't know. I feel like I could be the guy who's like, I want to make my family a home. I want to make a kitchen table. I want to use the land.
cowboy, baby.
No, shut the fuck up.
Okay. I want to be a cowboy.
That's too damn bad.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad.
Holes, a great film. Anyways.
I know,
Wonderful.
but Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, and have you ever like created like those pillow forts as
Yeah,
a kid?
of course.
You know, and like what unique things you would always have? Like you'd make like a whole like board where it's like this is the time machine and this
Of course.
goes somewhere.
Trevor, when did you decide that you wanted to engineer things? Was it one of those pillow forts where you were like, actually, the structural integrity?
Yeah, when I
of
was
the-
5 years old. No, I was kidding. No, it was.
This pillow won't hold up.
I was born with a hammer in my hand.
I low key was, honestly. My dad is a very handy person. So I've been doing.
What? That
buildings.
doesn't answer anything.
Yeah.
I low key was born with a tool in my
No,
hand.
that makes perfectly good sense.
No, well, so like, okay, so like from a young age, like I feel like all of us did, but like I loved Legos. I loved,
course.
Yeah.
anything that I could build, anything that I could figure out, I loved.
See, I love
I
Legos,
loved
but nothing
tinkering.
else. I
Like
did not love
that's
that.
what I loved.
I love
Legos
that
were
for
great.
you.
Yep.
I did not love that. I
But-
just
and
love Legos.
that's what I needed to do. I needed to, like, I knew I needed to go into something like in the tech field. Always loved science and math.
That's awesome.
And so then, all right, I'm not gonna lie, like, yeah, the money's great in my field. Like, I literally Googled back in my junior year. I was like, all right, top 5 salaries for a 4-year degree, because I knew I didn't want to do like a master's or anything
Right.
higher. I wanted to
Yeah.
do a 4-year degree, get out, and engineering was number 1. So I was like, all right,
Cool.
makes sense for me.
I'll
Boom.
take it. I'll
Done.
take it.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yep.
Huh. And now here you are. Building all the way to the bank.
It's true.
That
So,
was-
Trevor,
Yep.
aside from soccer and bridges, what else do you like?
The episode's called Soccer and Bridges.
Soccer and bridges.
Yeah, Soccer and Bridges.
I guess just like a little bit about me is just like, I love being outside. I'll play literally any sport. Love yard games.
Cool.
I'm very competitive in yard
Are you
games.
Oh my god.
good at
I
any?
literally no, I'm telling you,
God, yeah, of course I am.
I don't mean you're good at all of them. I mean, is there one that you're like?
Cornhole.
I knew it.
I will.
I
beat-
knew it, I
I will
knew
beat
it.
anybody.
I was
was
gonna be.
gonna-
I was gonna be like, stop right there, Trevor, because I was playing I think I'm pretty good at cornhole.
I suck.
You know, and I was playing with him and 2 of our other RDs. This dude, he was yapping like a mofo, like a chihuahua,
shit?
like a chihuahua on Christmas Day.
You talking
Yeah.
trash?
No, he was
Trevor?
just like money shot,
Bang.
bang,
And were they money shots?
score.
Yep.
They were. A lot of them were. And it made it worse because, like, there's one thing when someone's, like, boastful and they're bad, but this guy's actually
I gotta
good
back
at
it
it.
up.
This guy's actually good at it, and he has merit to it. So it's like, well, crap, I can't do
All
anything.
right, anyone ready to challenge Trevor in cornhole?
Yeah.
Hit up the podcast.
Hit up the podcast. We're going to have
Cornhole
verbal
competition.
cornhole.
Verbal cornhole.
Money shot.
All right. Hello, my name is Ethan Roy, and I'm here to moderate Trevor versus Marina in
hell no.
cornhole.
Oh hell no.
Trevor gets the first point. You may begin. Money shot. That was wonderful, Marina. Oh, damn it.
That's so me for real.
And that was the first round. It's
You
just
sounded
like
like
that.
you were on NPR for a second.
Hello, my name is Ethan Roy, and today we'll be going over some of the classical pieces of Mozart. Today we're going to be...
You're so
That is so
NPR.
true.
You're so,
This is very NPR of me right now.
so funny.
But yeah, Trevor, you're very good at cornhole.
Thank you.
And I see cornhole is one of those games where you can't not be competitive about it.
I
Exactly.
suck
feel
at it.
Exactly.
That's why I just don't play. It's because I know
Yeah.
everyone else that I'm playing was like, let's play cornhole. And I'm like, I'm going to cry and lose. So let me not play cornhole. You guys, I will watch, I will judge, and I will cheer. But I'm not very good at it.
I
I've
mean,
tried.
I've had a rivalry like a little bit with RRDs specifically in our buildings.
Yep.
And because they're competitive with everything, as you know.
Yeah.
And I love proving now that she's my actual RD. I love kind of like
Do you think
playing
that's why
with
she
her.
chose you?
Oh, absolutely.
To specifically
We've
to compete with
been.
you?
I don't know if I would call us friends, but like we've been acquaintances for a while. Because if you remember R.A. Jacob from last year from Sheridan, he's my best friend.
Oh, really?
And, oh yeah, and so I've always been around Gabby, and she's an amazing RD. I love her, but like we're both very competitive people.
Right.
So whenever we played anything together, now she got me into pickleball, and like
Yep.
that's great.
Yep.
We just clicked because we're both very competitive.
That's awesome.
So and it's great because we're both good at stuff too. You know.
And now you're in
Yeah.
the same building.
Yeah, and now we're in the same building, so it's great. It's a
Yeah.
great relationship.
As a
Good.
competitive person, I know for me playing soccer, when I play with people who are like not good. You know what I mean?
It's hard.
It is hard
it's
because
hard.
you're like, because I feel like there's a structure to the game.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of stuff. I feel like in general, people rather play with people. That's why the whole thing is like, I think that's why a lot of like early childhood friendships don't like, if you're good at something, people want to be friends with you.
I agree.
Because
I agree.
like if you're good at a sport, if you're good at something, if you're good at, you know what I mean? People want to be around you. People want to be friends with you. If you're not good at something, it's like, oh, why do I even want to bother being with this guy? It's just a subconscious thing, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I can agree.
Yeah. And because you're good at cornhole, there's people who are like, either I don't want to play with him. And then people like me who I'm like, okay, I'm playing with him.
Let me crush this guy.
Money shot.
Yeah.
Money. Kobe. Rip. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Larry
yeah.
Bird.
Larry Bird. Have you ever played croquet?
Of course.
Yeah.
Love
Course.
croquet.
Course?
Love croquet.
Yeah?
Literally any yard game. Yes.
Okay.
Like-
Archery.
Yep.
Okay.
You good at it?
Nope.
I suck at archery.
Archery's honestly, I'm not
It's
that bad
hard.
at archery.
It's
It's hard.
I know it's a difficult thing.
I had that problem where like the arrow just goes. Away
I
from
have
the
that
bow.
problem.
Like it would just like
Oh,
fling
it's
off
a-
Yeah.
the bow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly think I have a superpower because every single time I shoot a bow and arrow, it's amazing because wherever it lands, the target becomes alive and screams.
Oh my
It's
god.
it's amazing. I
I thought
can't
you were
even.
gonna say that you were a great shot. And
I was thinking that
I was
too. I'm
getting
like-
all geared up to go. You're Merida. I was like getting all ready.
No, it's just I don't know what it is,
bear.
but like I never. Sometimes I don't really see where the arrow goes, but all that I know is whatever I hit,
Just screams.
it just becomes alive. It's like I don't know. Maybe I am Merida because this world seems to be very magical, and it makes they scream for a while actually.
Can you do your Merida impression?
Yeah. Oh, I feel like I need to set up for this.
That's from Brave, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that
Fabulous
movie.
film.
Do you
Fabulous.
do you do impression like can you do any accent or anything?
No.
Do you want to try?
We talk
No.
about those
Do it right
every
now.
episode.
Can't.
Just like, do you want to try? Yes, you do.
I gotta
Yes, you
find a
do.
picture of me as Merida.
For what, Halloween?
Hey, Ma, you're a bear. If you had the chance to change your fate, would you?
Are you joining in?
Boys, boys, you know what to do. Mardu.
If you had the chance to change your feet.
Aye, Merida. I lost my one good leg to the bear.
It's so good. I just love it.
That like specific Scottish male rips up my throat. Oh,
That's me.
Oh, you know what? I
Aw.
feel like when we do the on Instagram, if you don't follow us already, Ethan Roy talks a lot.
I'll include this.
Yeah, I think we're gonna include this in the post.
Guys, the red wig was really something else. I mean, what was I on? I said to my mom, I said,
So beautiful.
I want to be Merida. I said, I really want to be Merida. I still have that bow and arrow with the suction cup.
Oh,
It was a suction cup bow
that's
and arrow.
adorable.
It was really cute. It was
I used to shoot those at my brother all the time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
oh my
I
God.
never, you know, I
What a
had,
time.
oh my God. I used to have those arrows that were like the high tech ones where it's like you press the button and it like lights up.
What?
And it's like,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like those
yeah,
things
yeah.
that have like the hooks on the side and you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like a slingshot almost.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Those things were crazy. And honestly, I was a nasty shot.
Were you?
As a kid. Maybe that's why I'm like, because I did archery not too long ago with a friend of mine, and I was actually like better than I thought. Maybe
All
it
your
was 'cause
light
of
up
that.
slingshot skills came right
I
back.
know.
The skills translated.
We used to play like, oh my God, because when we were younger, like video games were a thing, and like it was like I don't know. I loved playing outside as a kid.
We were still like the very end of the outside generation. I feel
Yeah.
like we played a little bit of outside
Yeah.
as a kid.
So I would always
what
play
year were
like
you guys born?
2003.
Yo.
I'm
yeah.
not gonna speak on that.
All right.
I'm embarrassed about the year that I was born. It's just
2009.
not my
No,
fault.
imagine.
No, that's after my little sister was born. That's pushing it.
That's crazy.
So I mean, I'm 2001, so like I consider like 2003 is the last year of like we are not. I'm gonna call it the new Gen Z.
Yeah.
Like it's just I feel like we are closer to like the millennials.
yeah.
In a way,
I
yeah.
really do because we didn't. If you grew up with an iPhone, I feel like you're
At what age though? Because I was born in 05.
You're an 05,
But I skipped
baby.
a grade. So I was raised with 04.
Okay.
Because I was
so like the way I look at it is like this. If you grew up like an iPad kid,
I was not an iPad kid.
if you grew up with an iPod as your first thing, no. If you grew
I
up with a
got
DS, Wii,
I grew up with the DS.
Game Boy, playing around outside,
with a
like
Wii.
that's the
Yeah.
big thing.
I grew up with a Wii, a DS, but I was outside a lot as a kid.
So and that's the big one. Like you'll see these kids where like they literally just play on their iPod all day, and then
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they don't
I
even
was
go
not
over
an
their
iPad
friends.
kid.
They don't ride their bikes and
Yeah.
stuff. And I'm like,
iPads
yo,
weren't even
like-
around when I was a kid. iPads were not a thing yet. My
Yeah, we
brother,
had like the iPod Touch.
Right, the
and
iPod
that was
Touch,
like,
yeah.
whoa.
I had an iPod Touch. I think I didn't get my first like, maybe I had an iPod Touch in like 4th grade.
Like,
Yeah.
when did you get your first phone?
Okay, I think I got it in 5th grade because I was doing community theater.
What
and my
was it?
mom really it was a Samsung. I didn't do
Okay.
anything except call my
so,
mother.
So that's the big thing.
didn't even have a game
So
on it.
I
Like,
didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't get my first phone until 6th grade.
Yeah.
And it was a BlackBerry.
yeah.
Oh,
Mine
yeah.
didn't do anything.
That's the if you grew up
Yeah.
with your first phone being an iPhone, you're
That's
the
crazy.
You're
I
the,
had
you're
a
the
quite
different
That's
literal
crazy.
track phone.
Yeah.
I could play
The track
Pong
phones. Yeah.
and Tetris, maybe.
Mine couldn't do anything.
But yeah,
Mine was
couldn't
my
either.
mom's old phone, and the texts were yellow and blue. Like I
Yeah.
specifically remember them being like yellow
Yep.
and like light blue.
Yeah.
And it was because we lived in Georgia at the time, and my charter school didn't do theater, and I really wanted to do theater. So my dad got involved in this local theater, and I wound up doing a production of Dinosaurs Before Dark, the Magic Treehouse book. They made
Oh
it
my
into
god!
a musical.
I loved those
They
books.
made it
Treehouse
into, they made it into a musical, and I was Terry the Triceratops.
Oh,
God.
that's
Okay,
adorable.
it was like it was a role. and
I
everything.
love
and
those
I had a whole
books.
Triceratops fit. But anyway, my mom was like rehearsal went till like 9 p.m. and I was
Yeah.
in 5th grade, maybe 6th. I was 5th or 6th grade. I don't remember. But my mom was like, "Okay, you're taking my old phone, so you can call me when you need to be picked up from rehearsal
Nah,
because
right.
we're in like downtown Georgia and we don't know these people and we
That's
had just
valid.
moved there." My mom was
Yeah.
like, "I'm scared for you," but I literally don't think I could play a game on it. Like
Yeah.
it didn't do anything. It could barely text and call her.
Yeah, I'm afraid that when I become a parent, like, I'm pretty sure I will. I don't think I'll be one of those guys that's like, yeah, I don't have any kids. I don't have any wife. I
Yeah.
live in a mountain. I mean, maybe who knows? But yeah,
dog.
and I
I'm
build
good.
bridges.
Yeah.
But but
I'm definitely having a family, 100%.
No, Trevor's gonna get stuck in a mountain building bridges. It's gonna be his life.
yeah, exactly. Just be like, oh, wise bridge builder,
the old mountain man.
who goes there?
Trevor's gonna build a bridge for his home.
I'm the troll under the bridge.
Yeah, he's a troll.
Under your own bridge.
Riddle me this: what has 3 tongues and goes? I don't even remember. I don't know where I was going with that. That's a shame.
something.
That's a shame. But yeah, so I am afraid that like, because I mean, obviously time's gonna pass before I have a child,
Right.
And it's like I don't know. I feel like things are getting so fast with everything. Like I feel like it's
feel
gonna be
like
socially frowned upon if I
Determining the
don't
right
get my
age
child
to,
everything.
Yeah, determining the right age to get your kid a phone is crazy because by the time I was in 7th grade, everyone had iPhones, and I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I feel so left out and stupid. I want an iPhone, and my mom was
Yeah.
like, you have to remember, all those kids are a whole year older than you, and I was like, I don't care. I worked hard to get
Yeah.
here. I was like,
And so
I
now-
skipped a grade. Give me a phone.
No, wait, I'm sounding like I'm maybe 93. But like now, if we give these kids these newfangled devices when they get out of the womb, like there's one thing if you're born with a hammer in your hand, like Trevor here.
Of course.
Exactly.
But there's another thing if you're born with technology and internet at your fingertips when you're young.
Again, we
you
were
don't
like
really
the
know what to
last-
use. I feel like you never really know what to do with it.
We were the last age group that was born without phones. They weren't around still when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like nobody had touchscreen phones when I was an infant. Right when
Yeah.
I was growing up, when I was a toddler, my parents started getting like not flip phones. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
when phones were like
Yeah.
06, 07 is when like Apple was created and like actual touchscreen phones
I mean-
started coming out.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't grow up with them from the get-go. I was like a Disney Channel TV kind of kid.
Yeah.
Like I was a normal
Yeah.
TV kid. My brother was born in 2015. 2015. Let's think about that. He turns 10 in 6 months.
Whoa.
What? Anyway, that's insane. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
2015 babies are turning 10.
It feels like 2016 was literally when Harambe got shot and Vine got shut down.
Oh, man.
It
Wait.
felt like it was last
Remember this
week.
shit? Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader.
She is always right there when I need her. I remember when sorry, this is a really bad tangent. When I was in 5th grade, I was dating this girl for like, what, a month?
Of course.
And it was like, like, whoa, I like you.
Yo.
I want to do the kissing. I want to kiss you, and like, but
Every middle school
yeah,
relationship.
and we had. This is gonna shell shock you. We had Uvu.
Ooh, why does that ring a bell?
It was
Is that the cam thing?
It was like the Skype in a
Yeah,
way
yeah,
of its
yeah,
time. It was like
yeah.
Kick.
Oh my
Uvu.
god!
Yeah.
That was like the first like FaceTime, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Yep, I remember
And
that.
so I would always like play the song, the cheerleader. Like this is our song.
This is our
song. And we broke up.
That's terrible.
And I really have not seen her ever again. Like I saw her in high school or something, and I was like, wait, is that?
That's my cheerleader. That's my
And
was
then
so
she was walking away. I was like, ooh, think that I found myself. She turned back. A cheerleader. I was like, baby.
This is a love story in the high school hallway.
I know.
my God.
Yeah. No, but that obviously that didn't happen.
Do you know what I had?
Maybe.
I don't remember that app. It was a teal colored app icon with a purple star. It was like Video Star.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys remember that? Or were you a little too
Nah.
old for that? You might have been a little
Yeah, I
too old
don't know
for it.
that
My
one.
sister and I would make like these music videos, and you basically just put like the Apple photo booth filters on them, like of like the rainbow colors flashing, or like
God.
it was like we would just be like,
I mean, all right. When did you guys get social media?
I wasn't allowed to for like a long time.
So so this is the thing, like.
End of middle school, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
7th grade, maybe I got Snapchat.
Yeah.
So that
think.
exactly. I got it in 7th grade.
Yeah. I
and
I probably got in 6th grade. around
it
those.
was like everybody cared about everything. That and like this is what's scary with like the generation. Like when I have kids and stuff like that,
Yeah.
I truly do think I'm going to keep them off of social media.
Yeah.
I
You
think
know,
I'll let my
that's
kids
good.
get it in middle school when I
It
got it.
No, exactly.
That feels like an appropriate age where you're learning to figure things out. And like I think by the time we have kids, it's gonna be so socially
It's gonna-
normalized.
yeah.
In like 3rd grade, everyone's
Yeah.
gonna be on
Well, like,
Instagram,
and
and I'm
that's
gonna
the
be like,
thing that
I
I'm
can't
scared
keep
of,
my
though.
kid out of society
Yeah.
for that long. Like they're
I
gonna
could.
become weird. No, I can't do that.
I don't know.
I felt like my mom not letting me get Instagram in the like 5th grade was like social suicide.
Do you think that really negatively affected you?
No, that's what I'm saying.
exactly.
But
Like-
I
I think it's
do
just because we don't
think-
have a perspective on the world.
like at that point
that's
it
the
was like
thing,
everything,
yeah.
and I felt like it was the end of the world. And then
Yeah.
7th grade I got it, and looking back, that feels like an appropriate age to have gotten social media. That feels fine.
7th grade, middle school. Obviously, middle school is the most impressionable
Yeah.
time of your life.
Yep.
You
Teach your kids
are
be
trying
safe
to figure out
on the internet. The internet's a
everything.
scary place. Teach your kids to be safe on the internet, and
Yeah.
I think that's all you can do as a parent, and then hope for the best.
The way I want to be with my kids though is specifically like the same way I am.
Yeah.
Like I view, when I was in middle school, did I care about how many likes I got on this picture? What,
Of
who was
course.
posting this, blah,
Right.
blah, blah. Like, yeah, I did. But as soon as I got to high school, I was like, wow, this is dumb.
This does not
Yeah.
matter.
I
really don't care.
This does not matter.
I
like,
think-
and that's what I want. A lot of people
Absolutely.
still do care.
Yeah.
A lot
Yeah.
of people are still like my recent.
Yeah.
And like, I'm
people
like,
made a career
dude,
out of
like,
it.
Yeah. Like, well, that's different. If you make a career out of it, good for you. Go ahead. But if
Yeah.
a random girl is texting me at this age
Right.
right now, go like my recent. I need
texting
200
is
freaking
wild.
likes.
Right.
Texting is crazy.
And that's what I'm saying though. Like
Yeah.
I want my kid to post something because he wanted to post. Like this is what I do. If I want to post, I'm just gonna post. I don't care
Right.
if it has 1 like. I don't care if it has 3 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
That's what I wanted to do.
I just want people to see like what I'm up to.
Right.
That's what
Yeah.
social media is for.
I also
don't
don't
want
really-
people to have the pure pressure
I don't really
of
care
like
about likes
getting a
that
certain
much.
like.
I'll
Right.
repost. If I post, I'll repost it on my story and just
Yeah.
be like,
Yeah.
go like it up. I posted, everyone. And if they don't like it up, that's actually not my.
Yeah.
I don't care.
As we grow
I just don't
older,
care.
I think as we grow older, we get a broader perspective on the world. Like we get more, like we appreciate things. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I never appreciated what my grandmother did raising me until I got a little bit older. Like nowadays, I really
Completely true.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I think when you're so young and you're introduced to technology and like you can do like the world is at your fingertips and like
Absolutely.
they say it all the time, but it's so true.
It's like scary.
Yeah, and it's
Mm-hmm.
so scary. Like I remember when I was young, we had a gateway. Honestly, that's why I'm kind of glad my grandmother raised me, and I'm glad I didn't turn out like one of those guys that's like, oh, that guy was raised by his by old, like
True.
older
Yeah,
people.
that's
Like
true.
there's always like that weird thing, but I had a lot of people around me, which was nice. And growing up in a generation where they appreciated the things that they had that were not technologically.
Right.
It made me appreciate technology and use it more responsibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like now it's hard because it's so useful,
Yeah.
but it's a dangerous.
It is.
It's a dangerous
weapon,
game.
especially
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
children, because they don't know what they're doing.
Dude, we had like the one family desktop, and I would go over and play Webkins on it.
Oh my
and I was
God.
like,
Have you guys played Monkey Quest?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
I've never played Monkey
Oh,
Quest.
I used to play. I have a friend named Caden who goes to Western and Western Connecticut State University.
I'm
And-
familiar.
Yeah, just the people who don't live in Connecticut.
Danbury.
I used to use my house phone, the landlines. Do you remember that? Oh, ring ring.
I haven't had one of those in a long time.
Really?
now.
I still have a landline. Yeah.
My family got rid of them. Like,
Yeah. I don't have, when I
15
moved to my new
years
house,
ago.
like I don't have them anymore.
Interesting.
them.
But I used to call the landline. Hello, Mr. And then I would say my friend's dad. I'm like, can I talk to Caden? Can I play?
Yeah.
And so we would play for hours on
it's adorable.
Monkey Quest, just boom.
You know what I missed? I missed Club Penguin. I was a little too young.
Really?
Yeah.
Completely missed it.
Or maybe I was just out
Wow.
of touch with it. Maybe
I
I wasn't
love-
too
yeah, I
young
love
and I
Club
just
Penguin.
didn't
Yeah?
play.
Yeah.
What year were you guys playing that?
I didn't play Club
Shoot,
Penguin.
that was
actually.
middle school for me. So
Oh, really?
2007.
You were in middle school in 2007?
I think so. Wait.
You were 6.
What?
No, that's impossible.
That's impossible.
literally impossible.
Unless you're a genius.
So
Were you playing in
I mean, he was
2007?
building
so it
bridges
mi-
since
it
he was
middle
born,
school.
so-
that means when did we graduate or go to
Elementary
middle
school.
school?
Usually,
Is that
like-
11?
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, 10 is 5th grade. Yeah.
10.
So 11. So I was
Yeah.
11. So 2012.
I was 7.
Yeah.
So
okay. So you're
I
a little
really
young.
wasn't playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe people that my age were playing it because it was all the rage. I remember people talking about it and I just didn't care.
I was
just
thinking
didn't play it.
Webkins because in,
Webkins I
in
played.
kindergarten I got my first one.
Yeah.
And then that I was 6.
No, that I was
yeah.
the prime age for. Yeah,
Yeah.
that I was the prime age.
Yeah.
For. I was good age for Webkins.
I got oh my god, I didn't have an Xbox 360, and I would always go to my friend's house to play it, and I was obsessed with it, and because I was like, video games, yeah. And we got an Xbox 360, and oh my god, when I tell you, I fell in love with Minecraft.
Oh, I love
Just
Minecraft. Guys,
on the
who
iPod.
Who
Oh
else
my
had
God.
the core experience of crying to your mom on the bathroom floor?
Yes!
Being like, it's only $6.99, please, mommy. Guys, it's like $10.99 now. It's
What,
so.
you're talking mobile?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I put it
on my
remember.
iPad.
I remember when. I remember when it was like $5.99.
It was like $6.99
yeah.
when I got it.
Yeah.
And I remember like it was we were in the kitchen and my mom had never bought me an app before because who the fuck's spending money on the app store?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Mom, can I get an iTunes gift card for Christmas? Like,
And they're just like, what is that? No,
What do you
I don't
mean?
I'm not
trust
gonna lie.
it.
What do you
I
mean
spent so much
stupid
money on Clash of Clans over the years. Like, oh my
Clash?
god.
You spent so much money on cock?
Wait, you spent so much money on cock?
All right.
Guys,
the other
Jeff
night,
Bridges spent.
the other night, Kyle was playing Clash of Clans and we were at one of my friend's houses and my friend leans over and goes, "Hey, nice cock."
Yep. Guaranteed.
Of
yep.
course.
This
Guaranteed.
was literally Saturday. This was
That's
this was recent.
They'll be doing that till they're 30.
yeah, easily.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
I freaking love Minecraft
But you guys
still.
had you had Minecraft as a on see, I used it. Oh my god, would you guys ever have the light version? Minecraft
Yeah,
Lite?
yeah.
Yeah, so Pocket
Did you
Edition
ever
Lite.
have Survival Craft?
No.
I did actually. I had Survival Craft and
You
I
could
hated
paint the walls. Minecraft still hasn't
it. You
added
could paint.
I just
the
remember,
Okay,
walls.
like-
Minecraft still hasn't added paint. Paint was very important to me in Survival Craft, okay? You could just like throw paint buckets on the brick and your whole wall would turn a different color.
Yeah.
Minecraft.
Color
Where's
bridge
the paint?
so quickly.
You could make a bridge and you could just paint it. Isn't that brilliant?
That's hilarious.
I miss Survival Craft.
When I have like very real memories of like what life was like then, dude. Those TikToks, did you get those where it's like you were born from like 2000 like
Yeah.
whatever, and it's like it was like the and then it's like the Christmas time and you're like
Yeah.
oh
I miss that, dude.
yeah,
I never feel like it includes me in the right generation because again,
I felt that.
I
You're
skipped a grade.
a little bit on
I'm
the
young.
cusp.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I'm 19 now. but
You're
like,
a baby.
I skipped kindergarten. So I only
Completely.
so I only had one
Oh.
year with people born in 2005.
I also skipped
was-
kindergarten.
Did you really?
I did.
But like the way
I'm
I
a little
skipped
bit.
it,
I'm older for my grade.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry. I went from actually the opposite. I
Yeah.
went to kindergarten, first grade, and while I was in first grade, they were like, "Yeah, you suck," and they put me down to the my
What?
sister. And I think it was because we were of our
they
age.
just held you,
They
yeah.
told my sister and I that we had to go back down to kindergarten.
yeah. So
Yeah,
my
that's-
school
I've heard of that,
did
yeah.
not care about my age. I was just a good reader. in preschool, and they were
Right.
like, "You just don't need to go to kindergarten."
Right.
So like,
Wow.
I actually skipped the whole grade, and it affected me a lot when everyone started driving.
Yeah.
And I couldn't drive because I was still 15.
Yeah.
That sucked. And
That sucks.
It's affecting
Yeah.
me a little now because most of my friends are turning 21 and I still don't turn 20 for 6
Oh.
more months.
Oh, man.
So you turn 21 next month.
Yeah.
And I don't turn 20 till March.
So you're a junior right now, right?
I'm a junior, but I should be a
Yeah,
sophomore.
that's
It's okay.
tough.
So it's
when
fine.
I turn 21, I'm gonna make sure to
Oh yeah,
respect the law.
Follow the law.
Yeah, complete that sentence.
Follow the law.
Follow the law.
But I turned
and
21
obey the rules.
and then I graduate college 2 months later. 2 months I'll be 21 in
Dang,
college.
that's
So like what I'm
bumsy.
saying is I skipped a grade at such a crucial age in my life that I grew up with kids born in 03 and 04. Like, or maybe 03, 04, 05. Like
Yeah.
the kids in my grade, my whole life were born before me. But
Right.
culturally, the
You're right
culture
there,
around
yeah.
me was 04. Like I didn't really grow up with 05 kids. And I think maturity level, they would not have let me skip a grade if they didn't think I could get along with 04, 03 kids. Most people would never have guessed that I was that much younger than everyone else.
I mean, yeah, like it's. I mean, it's not like you can't grow up with the same people, 3 years, 4 years younger than you.
Exactly.
But like, I'm just saying, like those years of like '99 to like 2003.
See, I wish I experienced them because I feel like whenever I see those TikTok videos, it never groups me into the right category. I
really
remember those
doesn't.
Christmases.
So,
I
like-
remember them. I know I was a little late, but I remember them. They
Yeah.
were good
Yeah.
Christmases.
Like the way I describe it is, we play outside with our, our friends, and then like, with like it's always like the Razor scooter type
I
thing,
had a
whipping you in
Razor
the
scooter.
ankles,
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
like
remember
it's
my
that
Razor scooter.
it's that generation of like
I loved
those
my
couple of
Razor.
years. We're not millennials,
Yeah.
but we're not Gen Z.
See,
Technically, we are Gen
I
Z
think
by
I
year,
fall
but like,
completely into Gen Z year-wise, but I do remember that stuff.
Yeah.
Like I still grew up with that stuff. I was close enough to it
Yeah.
to where I still
I
grew
think
up with it.
regardless the way that like I think we know like where we come from, whatever, like I think if we try to keep like those feelings, the same stuff with our kids, I think we'll be okay.
Dude, I really want those Christmases again.
I know.
I'm living
I know.
vicariously.
We can
through
make
my
that
children.
happen.
I really want that.
But guys, I think that's gonna have to wait till next episode.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right.
But this was honestly a really wonderful
It
conversation.
was lovely.
fun.
And I think we need to have you on again.
Anytime.
I absolutely love having like our former guests on again because not only do we get to continue a conversation, but sometimes the momentum picks up right where it left off.
I really need to say more about survival craft.
Yeah.
That's for a later time.
Yes. But Trevor, this was fantastic. I think you're a wonderful guy, and I think we're very happy to have you, especially up the hill. But it's even better that we have you here today. Is there anything you want to leave everyone listening with?
Not really. Just listen to the podcast, and hopefully I'll be here again. It was a lot of
Hey!
fun. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody, look out for a construction project near you because Trevor may be on that. Marina, anything you want to add?
Follow us on Instagram at Ethan Roy Talks a Lot for new episode updates.
Woo!
Woo!
And follow us on Instagram.
Yeah. In new information.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram.
But with that being said, I know I kind of cut it short, but we are running out of time. But next episode is going to be really great. And next time we have Trevor on, we're going to pick up right where we left off or continue on with something even better. But Trevor, thank you so much for coming on. We hopefully will see you again on here pretty soon. And with that being said, my name is Ethan Roy.
And I'm Marina Toner.
I think we're done talking for now.
I'll see you when I see ya.
Bye, guys.
Peace.
Vision of the